for that. Okay, so your patience is greatly appreciated. I did not actually get up and stretch, take my usual break, but such is the nature of technical issues. And I also doubly apologize for the fact that the first game that I'm going to be playing as part of part 2 here is total arse. But I feel compelled to show it to you anyway. This is your Kusoge for the week. This is your really, really bad title. And this is, of all things, an Atari 2600 game. The company name is showing, it shows on the title screen. I want to say it's like RJPG or something like that. And I'm not even going to attempt to put a year on this, unless the game itself shows it. I honestly don't remember whether it does or not. Yeah. Well, you'll see what the nature of this one is in fairly short order. Now, BizHawk's emulation of Atari 2600 games isn't perfect, but this game really doesn't have all that much going for it in the first place. So don't worry too much about it. It was published by a company called ITT Family Games. I actually do know the year. It's 1983. So I will squeeze that in there. This came out 1 year after Pengo. And, yeah, it's going to be kind of obvious what they were going for. RJPG. Yes, I did in fact get that right. So, yeah. So not only do you play a penguin, but the bad guys are penguins. And the first thing I would like to point out is that you may notice that the penguin at the top row there has its head cut off. That somehow the top row of the arena there actually is drawn above the character sprite, so it actually cuts his head off when they're at the very top. Looks really weird. So secondly, this incredibly sickly music you probably recognize as Popcorn. Eventually. The same song from Pengo. Next, I would point out that they don't draw in a maze. They start the level completely filled with blocks, and you're bricked in. Thankfully, you can dig through it pretty quickly, actually. You cannot push against the wall to stun enemies. Instead, that gray block that jumps around, if you overlap that, it stuns the entire field of enemies. But perhaps most importantly, your objective in each level is not to defeat the enemies. That actually only temporarily inconveniences them. Oops. Took a hit there. Your objective is to actually get the gold blocks lined up. Ooh. That sound effect was stolen from another game. And that gives you roughly 4,000 points awarded over time for some reason. It totally doesn't matter if you use the outer border as part of it. While the blocks are lined up, all the enemies are stunned, and you can crush them for extra points if you manage to get to them in time. And then another 1,000, and then another 1,000. Yeah. I know it's definitely a death sound from another Atari game, I'm sure of it. Oops. And I remember the sound for A New Life that comes out as something like But I'm having trouble remembering which game it is myself. Yeah, you cannot push against the outer wall, but you can still, potentially stun enemies. Ooh! I am mercifully doing very poor at this right now. That's alright. Alright, so that is Peter Penguin. There is precisely one more thing that I will mention about this game, and that is the score rolls over at 6 digits. Break 99,990, it warps back to 0. You get one guess as to how I figured that out. Spoiler alert, I played this game longer than anyone ever should. Original research here, people. So that is a lot more than you would probably have ever cared to know about a game you've probably never heard of, and almost certainly will never hear of again. That was Peter Penguin for the Atari 2600. That is your bad game for the week. That is your Kusoge. I hope it bemused you. Time to move on to something that's actually halfway decent now. Firefox? No. Shut up. Go away. I don't have time for you right now. It's gonna bug me what game that sound effect is from, though. I'm sure someone will figure it out at some point. If I figure it out, I'll announce it next week or something. I'll come up with it at some point. I'm wondering if it's You know what? I think it's actually the Atari 2600 Pac-Man. I think that's what it's from. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the life lost sound effect from Atari 2600 Pac-Man. I'm almost sure of that now. I think I solved the mystery. Okay. Oh, whoops. Right. Restarted the computer. I opened up most of my windows again, but not my cheat sheet here. Okay. So, I think the next thing that I'm going to dive into is sort of a loose trilogy of titles, so to speak. Yeah, yep, it was playing popcorn. It's a very popular theme. There's I know there's a website out there that has collected like 100 different published versions of popcorn. They're all over the place. There's a really nice rocking one from the M&H band. Very popular on YTMND. It's like one of the original recordings of it is one of the earliest forms of electronic music ever. It's a very ancient recording. It's great stuff. You are absolutely right, Muta Warrior. You are absolutely correct. It is the Arctic Adventure trilogy, indeed. Which is more than a little oddball. The first two games are very similar to each other. The third one, very, very different from the others, but no less fun. They star a character by the name of Penta, who is reportedly the father of Pentaro, the character that I was playing in Parodius. This has not actually been confirmed, however, but it is largely suspected that it is the same character in each of these three games, and that is their familial relation, as it were. And that some of the power-ups that Pentaro gets is actually based off of elements of these three games that I'm about to show you. The first two games, Arctic Adventure and its sequel, Penguin Adventure, were both originally released on a sort of half home computer, half gaming console platform that was very popular in Japan back in the day called the MSX. This platform is perhaps most famous for being the birthplace of the Metal Gear series, but it has quite the history in Japan. It was very popular. Quite a few games got releases on there, both in disc form and sort of computer data format, and also in cartridge form. The thing had a cartridge slot. Konami was a very, shall we say, prolific developer for the MSX, and a lot of their classic games, as we tend to know them on the NES, actually got their start on the MSX. The MSX was the inspiration for La Mulana and its multi-cartridge combination mechanic, in that the MSX actually had 2 cartridge slots, and Konami took very good advantage of that, often having one of their other games in the additional slot when you're playing some other title would unlock cheats and whatnot. They did a very good job of putting that in, and that was the inspiration for much of La Mulana's gameplay. But I am not actually armed with an MSX emulator at the moment. Thankfully, each of these games has additional releases, different versions, ports, essentially, and I can play those for you. Well, see you later. Good to see you here. Yeah, I think Castlevania probably did start on the MSX. I'm trying to... I know that Konami actually had a release of Q*bert on the MSX, and that cartridge had more combinations with other Konami carts than any other, if I recall correctly. But yeah, the Metal Gear was quite possibly the most famous of MSX releases from Konami. That was sort of the real original Metal Gear. What we got on the NES is actually really only... They're not the same game. It's almost like an IP fork. And Metal Gear Solid from the PlayStation era onward was actually a... I'm beginning to wish I had actually switched to my story time layout for this, but I'm almost done. The MSX version of Metal Gear and its sequel, which is not Snake's Revenge at all, it's a completely different game. Those were actually the Metal Gear games that Metal Gear Solid is a follow-up to, and those are the ones that are playable in Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence. Right, I think I got that right. Okay, so the first one, Arctic Adventure. Oops. Received a FamiCom port, and that is the one I'm going to be playing for you. And incidentally, I am technically playing this game blind. I have not actually run this before. It is Konami. I forget the year, but I'm pretty sure it is on the title screen, so that will come right up. Is it still listed here, or am I going to have to go digging for it? It is still listed here. Okay. Oops, it's Antarctic Adventure. Silly me. Shame on me. Penguins don't come from next door, they come from the Antarctic. Okay. Can't believe I did that. There we go. Antarctic Adventure. Please tell me I spelled that correctly. Okay, I did. Good. 1985. Done deal. So this has sort of a racing game feel to it, in a sense. Yeah, I know. I was as far away from accurate as I possibly could have been. He waddles along, dodges, and jumps over holes. You can get a little... beanie to hover for a bit. Yep, there's the lap of Antarctica. Oops. Darn. Another classic music track here. Ooh, I am hitting everything. You can't change directions mid-jump, so you do have to be careful about that. Ugh. Fish can hop out of holes. I think you just get extra points for them in this game. Oh, you little jerk. Up and down control your speed. You don't have to hold it in, you just have to set the speed. Alright, looks like I am gonna make it in time. Here we go. Yes, Muta Warrior, I actually had heard of those. I might take a peek at them at some point. But as of this moment, I actually haven't. When the path curves, you actually start to slide towards the outside if you're not holding in a direction. He's skidding. Centrifugal force. There we go. Beanie in this game apparently lets me have a single double jump, effectively. I specifically have to use the B button for that one. Ooh, that's not good. Ah! Here we go. Made it to, Antarctica, of course, not belonging to any nation. It is neutral ground. Many countries have scientific outposts there, and apparently, Penta is visiting them one by one. Ugh. Oh my word. Ugh. Ooh, oh! And I don't get to keep the beanie if I get hit again, apparently. Yeah, I can't say I actually know what all the flags do. I tend to be pretty good at figuring things out as I go along. I did not actually manage to arm myself with advanced knowledge of this. Gaming with Mist! Good to see you here. Thank you for that follow, greatly appreciated. Hope you enjoy your stay. Yes, what I do every Thursday. Pick a theme. Play games that fit it, and tonight's theme is penguins, randomly enough. I can just double tap the same button. Okay. The game is perhaps a little repetitive, but it definitely keeps you on your toes. Oh, wow. I can't say it's easy. I haven't actually run across any serious issues yet, but it is sort of a racing-based game anyway. As a matter of fact, that time is looking pretty restrictive to me right now. Ooh. Ooh, oh no! Oh, it might end here. No, it looks like we're gonna make it. Kinda close, though. Interesting. Huh. So basically it gets a little Danny Sullivan-ish. I don't know if anyone here would get that reference. If you've seen Lord BBH's recent MAME Roulette streams, yeah, there's a racing game called Danny Sullivan's Indie Heat, where the AI opponent becomes literally impossible to beat beyond a certain point. Ah. Come on. Ugh. Oof. This is, I'm reminded of 3D World Runner. Although this is a lot more sort of racing, a lot less, platformy, Space Harrier-y. Yeah, I'll cut this one close, too. A penguin flag! At this point, I'm curious to see if I can actually complete a full lap on my first try. Probably not, though. Oh, really? Darn. Oh, no! I've gone all pinball penguin. This isn't good. No, that didn't work. Got the fish there, at least. Ugh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm assuming that these levels are not random and that you could actually learn the track layouts, know when you would have to slow down for a particular jump. But yeah, this is my first time playing, so... USA! The pit layouts are random? Oh dear, that's not good. Tried to slow down. Ooh. No. I don't suppose you know what the different colored flags do. I know what the rainbow colored flag does. It gives me the beanie. I don't know if there's a distinction between the others. Or if it makes a difference what color a fish is when you grab it. Oh, my word. Just different number of points. I am just barely finishing each of these levels. Argentina? Yeah, Penguin Brothers is a great fun game. which was good because I had to kind of pad out the arcade half of this this stream. I had fewer titles to do it with. I probably shouldn't even still be playing this one, but my game list isn't so long that, oops. I don't think I'd be, in trouble. Ugh. Alright, I think I'm hitting maybe a few too many obstacles here. Not that I'm hitting any of them on purpose, but... Ugh. It's probably better than falling in it, at least. Still fell in, just later. Oh, man. Amazing Penguin is on my list, Muta Warrior. As a matter of fact, I was going to be playing that next after I finish this this trilogy of games. As a matter of fact, I almost played that before I played this, but I wanted to. I know that some people are waiting for Yume Penguin Monogatari, and I wanted to get to that sooner rather than later. Oh, that's a very short stage. United Kingdom. This would appear to be the last segment here. And I know it just loops from there. Ooh. Ah. Yume Penguin Monogatari is half platformer, half scrolling shooter. The stages alternate. Arcus87, world record speedrunner of NES Ninja Gaiden, has started playing Yume Penguin Monogatari himself. And that's sort of what inspired me to do a whole penguin-themed night in the first place. So... No! So am I going to be able to complete... This is looking not so doable. I will stop playing after this stage, pass or fail. Although if I succeed, I suspect I will be save stating and finishing the game at a later time. See how far I can go. Oh yeah, it's definitely not happening now. Oh well. Oh, I can see the end! Oh. Ah, so close. Oh well. But that is Arctic. I did it again. That is Antarctic Adventure. And yeah, it's actually kind of fun. It is definitely repetitive, but it really doesn't give you the chance to feel like it is. It definitely keeps you on your toes. Yeah, it's... Yeah, do you even... Full credit for that one, Gaming with Mist. You get full credit for that one. Okay, so moving right along to the game's sequel. Now, here's a weird one, because this game never received an official port. At least not until long after the original release. I think like in Japan they got a Wii Virtual Console release of it. They actually got MSX games there. As far as something contemporary for Penguin Adventure, and hopefully I know how to spell penguin by now. We have, of all things, a Korean company to thank. I forget their name, actually, but I will look that up real quick. Zemina. Zemina is responsible for this, and I will credit them for this. Here we go. Oops, I totally opened the wrong game. That is actually a port of Doki Doki Penguin Land. Oh, here we go. Penguin Adventure. I seem to have forgotten the year, and you may notice that there is no 86. Okay, you may notice that there is no copyright date on the title screen there. Yes, this is a Sega Master System bootleg, of all things. The original game is Konami, of course, but a company called, or organization called Zemina, basically ported this game to the Sega Master System. And, yep, that is how I'm going to be able to play it. So credit to them. Yeah, this never got ported to the FamiCom, oddly enough. So we've got more variety here in the style of stages. Oops. A bit more music. The hearts change color every time you jump. They give you something different based on their color. Oops. The gold is temporary invulnerability of some kind, I believe. At least it doesn't seem to be functioning that way. But then again, there's actually no way of losing a life in these early stages apart from taking there will actually be enemies on the track in later stages, and they can actually cost you a life if they hit you. Oh. Well, I'm glad that Twitch updated their search mechanic, because it was actually completely broken on Firefox until just recently. There we go. He's a little exhausted, but he remembers why he's doing this. And that cheers him up. Yes, those are fish, and you do actually collect them, and they serve as a currency. As Gaming with Mist actually mentions, you can enter shops if you fall down the smaller gaps and buy power-ups. I think like this one? No, that one's too big. Yeah, early on, apart from the backdrops looking a little different, oops. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, man. No? Yeah, I was only playing this briefly earlier. I haven't actually gone into a shop yet. Definitely hoping to, manage that. I did look up some information on it, though. Alright, should be almost at the end of this. There we go. Hi, Cole. Good to see you. I've also seen, in that thought bubble, the Konami logo come up. Don't know what the conditions for that is. But it is something that can happen. Huh? Keep trying to find some way of... There we go. Hey, you must buy something from me. I have, only enough to... I could buy that helmet. I think I'd rather buy the gun, though. That sounds like fun. Buy more! Wait! Damn it! It's not going to matter much yet, but starting with the next stage, there are actually going to be enemies on the track, and I lose a life if they hit me. Oh no, here they are now. I got the gun just in time. Ooh! Oh, that power-up worked against me. Hasten slowly? What? What does that even mean? Oh, that didn't work so well. All the same, I'll be judicious with it. Oh, no. Boys, be ambitious! I love that line. Oh, that was dumb. I wanted to get the heart to gold and take it then, but... The blue heart sticks you on a cloud for a short while, which lets you hover above the gaps. But apparently not above the enemies. So yeah, that didn't last very long for me there. It prevented me from shooting out the guy, or at least that's how it felt. Good luck. Yeah, clearly this makes it a little more challenging. Another thing that was in that shop, it was at the bottom left corner. I didn't actually do anything with it. Ooh. Boss battle. I think I need to, yeah. Ugh. Ooh, he, led me there. Alright, I'm gonna have to be more, Oh! Pff, you're kidding me! Oh, that was terrible! Alright, I want to see what happens when you beat him, so I am going to continue. Interesting, they start me with 5 lives, but I only get 3 on a continue? Huh. It looks like I have to start the stage over. I want to see what happens when you beat that boss, and then I'll move on to the next game. Which will be the one that I know quite a few of you have been waiting for. And indeed the one that inspired this stream to take place. It inspired the theme. There we go. Yes. Now the invulnerability is useful. Hmm. There we things were a little low featured for a moment there. Ah, nuts. I'll take anything. Whatever it is, I'll grab it. Ooh. Not doing well there. So, one other thing that I would mention about this game, odd little thing that I discovered doing some research on it. Well, actually two things. The first is that this game was actually the first that Hideo Kojima did development work on. He was one of the workers for that. He being the creator of the Metal Gear series. Oh, that jackhole. Man, you don't have much opportunity when he goes for those... Yeah, when he shoots wide, you need to be nowhere near there. Okay. Try to lure the shot out. That it? Yes. Go, bye-bye! Cute! Very cute. Oh, now we're swimming. Interesting. Ah, yes, this is a bonus stage, essentially. Chance for me to grab lots of fish. Ooh. Yeah, I guess the cloud's just like a... Oh, well. Sorry about that. Right, so that is Penguin Adventure. Original game designed by Konami. It was only released on the MSX. And this Sega Master System port / bootleg was produced by a Korean group named Semina. And, yeah, it's actually kind of fun. Some extra little tidbits added in there. It's like a chase view version of Swimmer, but with a penguin. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. You have waited patiently for it. There was sort of a side adventure, as it were, an extra game that they added to this group, which has a very peculiar approach to it. Now, the proper name of this game, the Japanese name, is Yume Penguin Monogatari. Yume is Japanese for dream, and I've mentioned this on a previous episode, but again, Monogatari is a form of Japanese literature. Perhaps the best English translation would be epic tale. It tends to involve historic characters and whatnot, but even then, it tends to be highly fictionalized or stylized. Yeah, you see, you could essentially translate this title as Dream Penguin Epic Tale or Dream Penguin Adventure. And as a matter of fact, you will see on the title screen for what I am going to be using. I forget the year. Yeah, I dug up a little something useful for this. So I get this open. I even patched it myself. I didn't create the patch, but I applied it myself. This is an English translated version of Yume Penguin Monogatari. I can't stand fat guys like you, Penta, so I've decided to go on a date with the smart, stylish Ginji instead. What? Hey, Penta, you want to lose weight? Get some fat be gone. My gang has some. You could try and get it from them. Penta, if you really love me, come see me when you've slimmed up. I'll be waiting for you at the top of the waterfall. Just stop eating and slim up! Yeah, this translation was started by, I believe his name was, oh, hold on. Let me restart this, but, pause it here. I am missing the year, and I want to put that in place. Because, I'm determined to be at least slightly educational. Just as much for myself as anyone else. 1991, this game is from. 1991. So let me get that filled in. Okay. So yes, this is, this was not released in the US. This is a FamiCom game, but yes, this was translated. Started by a group called, actually it was probably an individual. What was his name? I can look it up real fast. Calavan, yes. Calavan's original work was taken up by a team called, I believe it's Vice Translations, and they produced several versions of it. And this is the latest and greatest. It was released Christmas 2006. Actually, was when they finished finally their translation of this. I've seen some older versions of the translated game out there, but this is the one that's actually properly finished. All right, let me get that unpaused and going. Yes, this game has a very unique mechanic. You do have a time limit to finish stages, but getting to the end isn't good enough on its own. Our protagonist is fat. He is currently chubby, overweight. He jumps kind of floaty-ish, and we can attack with a sort of a blubber slam down here. And you can see this meter at the bottom center of the screen with a broken heart flashing on it. Not only do we have to finish the stages within the time limit, but we also need to get him slimmed down sufficiently. That broken heart shows you where on the meter is slim enough. You have to be at least at that point or further to the right in order to successfully complete a level. If you finish a level early, the remaining time that you have on the clock will actually be applied to your meter to help shrink it down. You might end up becoming slim enough that way. You could think of it as a cardio bonus, I guess. But if that's not good enough, then it's game over. You're going to have to start the level over again. You do not have limited lives. As a matter of fact, taking hits in this game will usually either cause you to be stunned for a time, so you lose a bit on the clock, or cause you to gain weight, or both. The enemies will throw food at you. And Penta, being who he is, can't help but eat it. That is how he deals with it. So anyway, a little tutorial at the beginning here. Jump with A. That adds time to the clock. Yes, these are the diet drinks. These are the Fat Be Gone. This is the orange flavor. That will reduce a small amount of the meter. There are also strawberry flavored ones in pink that will actually give you even more weight loss. And he has gone from chubby status to normal status. He doesn't have the blubber attack anymore. Instead, he does a much more efficient kick. And we can knock that guy away. And oh, look, it dropped a diet drink as well. But none of that carries through ahead to where we're going. Go! Okay! On we go. Yeah, the music and animation in this game are fantastic. It is a lot of great fun. Here we go. Definitely getting the weight down. That's good. Yeah, we can't drop down through the platforms. Yeah, you can see the enemies are shooting apples, and of course there are apples up on the trees. We don't want to touch those. We will gain weight back. Ooh. Oop. Getting stunned by things here. There we go. We are now at the thin stage, where he attacks by chirping at the enemies. It actually functions as a projectile attack. Oops. Darn. Hit an apple there. Yeah. Shape up! Oops. Yeah, so we can now shoot at things. You may recognize that metallic clink sound from Contra. When he shoots something, it doesn't kill it in one blow. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. There is a little bit of the Mega Man syndrome in this game. Oh! Yeah, it just happened. When you fall in the water, he puffs himself up to get himself out of it, and that gets your weight right back up again. That's a very, very bad thing. And those hippos are just frickin' obnoxious. They're terrible! Okay, and we're actually near the end of the level, so I'm gonna have to... Ooh. Come on, really? Take my time to defeat the enemies here. And hope I get a decent, Oops. Oh, come on. There we go. Arcus! Knew you'd wander back in at some point. Falling logs. Okay. At this point, we should be good on the weight angle for the stage. Oh, no, 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 no! Damn. Alright, so that's gonna cost me some time. Oh, you frickin'... Alright, this is bad. Now I'm concerned about the time. I've got my weight in order, but... I was playing this, like, right before the stream, too, and... I was doing a lot better than this. We can still make it. Yeah, okay, we're at the phone. Got it. Fat Be Gone diet drink, that's what those bottles are. Hello, Penta? Well done, but you need to get slimmer. Now you'll have to fly and fight Pooh's pig cruiser. What? You've got 75 seconds, so don't waste any time. Okay, I'll do my best. Go! Okay! And now the game has become a scrolling shooter. Your weight does still matter here, play-wise. The slimmer you are, the greater your maximum rate of fire is. Oh no! Damn. Here we go. Shape up. Laxatives. Oh, jeez. I must have missed it when that was mentioned. Yes, as you can see, the enemies are firing food at Penta because they know what his weakness is. Oh no. Man, I'm getting hit by everything here. There we are. Interesting that you still have a timer for a scrolling shooter. Oh no! Thankfully the game is pretty forgiving. There we go. Alright. We are within parameters now. Just in time for the boss. Ah, here is my opponent. I will not fail you, Master Genji. Shape up. Okay. Yeah, now we got a good pace going. And down it goes. Yep. Got some extra credit there. Hello? This time I'll be waiting on top of a cake. That's dirty pool. The cake is undergoing repairs, so be careful. Under repairs. Got 125 seconds. Good luck. Okay, I'll do my best. Go! Okay! Yeah, Penta does always regain some weight at the start of a new stage, but the amount that you had left at the end does still matter. I get to start this one nice and thin. Oh! Oh no. Okay. Oh. Not grabbing that. Actually, I can... yeah, just go straight up there. Ugh, frickin' Mega Man blocks. Beanie! Ah, I've taken a hit already. Yeah, it basically lets you just fly up for a time if you can keep from getting hit. Yeah. Okay. We're good! We're good. Diet drink there. I don't think that thing's gonna break. Oh. Darn. Just got stunned. Oh, I actually did make it up there, damn. I was beginning to think he wouldn't be able to. across. Ah! Took an apple there. Took an apple to the face! That's alright, we're good. I just need to not hit enemies. There we go. Boss named Frosting Man. Now you'll have to face me, Penta. I'll make you creamy and smooth, just like me. Ugh! That is so wrong. So wrong. Oh, walked right into that. So you beat this guy by shooting out his candles. Here we go. Made it all the way to the bottom. Start with minimal weight on this next one. Penta, you're still too fat. Do some exercise in the desert. The area boss is weak when he splits into 3 birds. You've got 125 seconds. Hurry up, Penta. Okay, I'll do my best. Go! Okay! If you thought the apples were bad, the game's going to start getting serious now. You just start seeing that momentarily, actually. This mounted turret spitting out rice balls! Pure starch attack. Nothing but carbs. Dirty pool indeed. Ooh, oh no! Alright, we're still thin, but that did add a good chunk of weight. Or more accurately, a bad chunk of weight. Okay. There we go. Down and under. Get rid of these Kirby wannabes crawling around on the floor. You can't crash into the ground, by the way. You can safely push against it. Mega Crush! Darn, I didn't get any of those H's that popped up out of it either, which I believe give you homing missiles? Ooh, ow! Okay. We're good. Not perfect, but good. Oh, what? They counted that as a collision? Seriously? So the dessert stage is followed by a desert stage. Good catch there, yeah. Penta, what a shame you've made it here. My eggs will make you look like a fat pig! And an enemy bird named Graw! These shots are easy to dodge. The problem is when he does split up, they don't give you much time to get your damage in. Oh, oops! Darn. Took an egg there. Oh no, not again. Thankfully, the order that they drop is actually set in place. Oh! Nuts. I didn't actually face this form last time. There we go. Alright, and the last one's just gonna bounce around like a lunatic. There we go. Got it. Yeah, I know. It's like, how do you get exercise flying a plane? But like, he gets lots of diet drinks out of it. Penta, I'm at the beach now. Come find me. I'm waiting. But watch out. The captain will attack you with barrels. You've got 150 seconds. Don't keep me waiting. Okay, I'll do my best. Go! Okay. Platforming stage. Oh, darn. The diet drink up there, right? I can keep the high road. Let's see, a boss that throws barrels. And very suspicious looking gorillas up in trees. Makes me think of a particular game. I was temporarily invulnerable there. I kinda failed to catch that. Ooh, I do not want to eat any coconuts, thank you. Ah, darn. I'm not going back for that. Third floor, please. Thank you kindly. Ugh. Okay. Captain Ginta. Arr, you not be sailing anywhere, Penta. No matter what you do, you can't win. Prepare yourself, yar! I played this game, like, for the first time earlier today. Ah, he caught the barrel. He's a jerk like that. He can totally keep himself from getting hit by it. Yeah, sending those barrels bouncing into him is the only way to damage him. Ugh! And he's golden on catching them. You can patternize it. I noticed that Arcus had him down to a science. I guess I should have taken notes. Got him. Alright. This game is so much fun. Help! No, let's go, Pinko! Are you there, Penta? You'll never see her again! Penko will be mine! Come on, Penta. Just try and get her back. Damn you! Penko, I'm coming for you! Just hang on! Oop. Alright, let's see if I can do this whole ski lift thing properly. Yume! Yes! Beautiful! Whee! That's fun. Nice! Got through the platforming portion of that without any issues. This is the final boss fight. Let's see if I can, 1cc this. My second time playing it ever. A very Twinbee sort of enemy ship here, as it attacks you with fists. Shoot them out. Oh, no! Oh. Now we shoot for Genji himself. Oh, and make sure the charge shots from the ship don't get us. Thankfully, he's got some diet drinks buried in his pockets there with all those rice balls, so we can actually lose weight against him too. We're careful. Okay. Oh, I collided with it! No! Oh, okay, this is bad. I'm gonna have to wait out some time on the clock here. Avoid shots, grab diet drinks, because I cannot finish the level if I'm too fat. I fail. Ugh. Come on. Ugh. It's on the far side there. Okay. Nice. Oh no! You've got to be kidding me! I'm getting too aggressive. I gotta stop shooting him. I'm running out of time here. Damn. Okay. Yes! Got it! Thank you. This is a very, very fun game. This is a very fun game. Penta, thank you. I never thought it would be this way. Penta, I really... You're... my... I love you. And he suddenly goes all karate champ face. And the credits roll. Surprise! Second lap. And the game does have a second loop, but I'm not going to play through that right now. But yeah, that is a very fun, cute little game. Very enjoyable, very well done. Very happy with that. So that is, as they translated it to Dream Penguin Adventure, but yes, original Japanese title is Yume Penguin Monogatari. Dream Penguin Epic Tale will suffice for a title. Alright, well, I know that there are some of you who are definitely waiting to see those. That was definitely a high point to show off, as that game has become rather popular as of late. But I am not done. I still have 4 more games on my list here that I can show you. And although I probably won't spend terribly long on any of them, I will at least show them all off, go through each one. Yeah, you don't play as the girl on the second lap. That is disappointing that they didn't think of that. That would actually have been that would have been a cute thing for them to do. All right, so if you've seen a number of my other streams, you happen to know that I am particularly fond of a company called Natsume. Before they became the Harvest Moon Company and produced nothing other than Harvest Moon games, Such a shame. They made some of the best playing action games in the NES and SNES era. I need to resize BizHawk here. And I will actually disable its filter for this because the next game I'm going to be playing with it is a Game Boy title called Amazing Penguin. And this is a game that was clearly designed from the ground up to really fit in well with the Game Boy. And it plays extremely well and has some very clever design elements to it. Very clever. I'm very impressed with this title. 1990? The title screen will remind me. Was it within the last 10 that I played, or am I going to have... Yeah, I'm going to have to open it up. I have to dig the ROM out again. Amazing Penguin. Yes. They did indeed make Wild Guns. Yep, they did the ports for for Pocky and Rocky. They did the Ninja Warriors again for Taito, the SNES game there. Actually, this is going to look better. This particular game is actually going to look better if I do turn the filter on. Yeah, that's actually a lot easier to see. So, this game has a very strange story. I checked the manual. I didn't make that. This game is not peaking very loud, but it sounds really loud on my my end here. Actually, I think I'll handle that by turning the monitor volume down. There we go. Yeah, it's like I'm looking. It sounds like the game is extremely loud, but I'm looking at the actual volume being broadcast to OBS, and it's not peaking that high at all. So, oh well. I did get the year right. Yeah, this does have some similarities to Amidar. I noticed that the enemies love to turn. They very rarely go straight through an intersection, if ever. And their movement is predictable for it, and you do sort of surround areas as you go. So here's the plot line. We are controlling the prince of a kingdom that has been beset by its office supplies becoming sentient. I kid you not. Those enemies that were roaming around, those were all erasers. And on later stages, you will see pencils, crayons, and binder clips. I have no explanation for this whatsoever. It's what's in the manual, I swear. So, you travel along the edges of the paths here, along the lines. Let me get this properly started. And I'm actually going to pause it so that you can get a look at it. Your objective is to remove all of the seals on the maze and not hit any enemies on the way. The seals are the black orbs and the white circles with lines in them. There are two ways of getting rid of them. Either type you can get rid of by holding in the B button as you pass over them, or you can press the B button when you're already standing on top of them. You can just hold it in, though, and run around, and you'll just crush them all as you go. The black ones, in particular, can also be eliminated if you are standing in front of them and you press the A button, you kick them, and they slide down. There are two ways of dealing with the enemies. One is you can crush them when you kick a black seal into them, and you do get increasing points if you hit more than one enemy with a single seal. The other way that you can deal with them is that when you remove all of the seals around one of the rectangles that the maze is made out of, that portion of the maze colors in. You'll see some colored background there. At that moment, any enemies that are on a line of that rectangle, adjacent to that area that you just took out, are defeated. They get knocked out. The white seals do serve an additional purpose as well. The black ones you can kick to take out enemies. When you grab a white seal, all enemies immediately reverse the direction that they are moving. As a result of this, you can very carefully plan out your levels. This is definitely a thinking man's maze game. There's one other thing that I would mention. You may notice those two hearts there. This is something that's not mentioned in the manual, but I figured it out myself. If you save the seal that connects the two regions that have the hearts in it for last, if that is the last seal that you remove, so that the last two, you always will clear two rectangles together at the end, because it's always, the line is a border between two rectangles. If that is the last seal that you clean out, so that the two areas with the hearts are the last two that you complete, you get a 1,000-point bonus. Now, I'm not going to be playing this game in its entirety, because it turns out I'm pretty good at it, and I don't have that much time left. But I will show you a few levels, so you can get a feel for it. Suffice it to say, I am very keen on this game. I am enjoying this greatly. This is a very, very clever, very well-designed title. So I'm going to start by... there we go. Yep. Complete that rectangle to knock him away. I am going to grab that, KO that guy. Okay. Oh, whoops, hold on. Didn't successfully stop in front of the orb there. Hold in the button, just grab these real quick, and bonus. Room 2. Alright. The erasers love to turn every chance they get. It feels like Amidar in that regard. Okay. Get off my back, thank you. I should be able to grab these real quick. Oh! Oh, damn, they respawned him in a bad spot. There we go. Oh, they gave me an extra life for it that time. Well, there's something I didn't know that could happen. Nice. Oh, I just got too aggressive there. Oh! Bye. Bum rushed you there. Yeah, with a little foresight and planning, you can totally dominate this game. If you lose a life, it's almost certainly because you let yourself get trapped, or got too greedy, or something of that nature. Oh, wow. I'm on a one-up streak here. Huh. I wonder if it's based on the color of the seal that happens to be between them. Maybe the black ones are always a 1,000 points, and the whites are extra lives. Huh. Oh, you can back off. In some stages, they actually put an image in the background. And here's the first of the game's cutscenes. Play a little bit longer. new music. Oh, they took... they changed directions. Darn. I wasn't sure I'd time that right. Ooh. Yeah, a game like this... Oh, okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Yeah, 1,000 points there. Bye. They did such a fantastic job with this game. Just the play style alone, so much thought and effort went into designing it. Really allowing the player to plan things out. I got 1,000 for that. I don't know why it gave me a 1-up those 2 times. I'm not complaining. This stage is actually kind of tricky. Due to the geometry of it all. Bye. Bye. Yeah, the enemies only are temporarily defeated, as perhaps you've noticed. Got 2 of them with that. Yeah, there are no hearts on this stage. Not every stage has those. Just finish it out however I can. And there should be another cutscene after this stage. As you can see now, the mazes can actually get a little bigger. This one's gonna scroll. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Notably, though, if you do take a hit and lose a life, you have to start the entire level over again. Every level has to be done on 1 life. But again, you can usually figure this sort of thing out. It is largely your own mistake if you drop. They did such a great job, even with, like, you know, the music and the graphics for a Game Boy title. It's just such fine work. Same one? Nope, not quite. They ran the other direction. Alright, I am actually going to save state this because I want to finish that game later, but for now I will move on to another title. Oh, it plays again if you let it sit long enough. Cute. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so next up, as I switch the display back to television aspect ratio, is one of the more obscure games for the NES. There's this company that released unlicensed titles called Sachin is the name of the company. Their titles were released in Asian countries by themselves, but they actually got a couple of other companies to license games from them and release them in other countries. What I'm about to play, I don't think there was ever actually a US release of this game. There was one in Australia, though, by a company called HES, Home Entertainment Softwares, I think it was, something of that nature. But a lot of the Sachin titles did get released in the US by AVE, American Video Entertainment, if I recall correctly. But yeah, I'm actually going to be playing the Satchin original here. I'm trying to remember what the year is, but once again, pretty sure the game itself will tell me. This game has some puzzle elements. At first glance, it may look like Pengo, but it actually plays nothing like it. Or at least not entirely. It's maybe like 1/3 Pengo, 1/3 Sokoban, and 1/3, holy crap, this is hard, you've got to be kidding me. This game is brutal. Extremely brutal. I was trying to play it earlier, and it's just ridiculous. It's insanely hard. 89. Oops. I do have an 8 key. There it is. Yeah, I like how it's, you know, credited to an individual and all that. The game has an extremely simple stage select cheat. You just press A and B on the title screen. Jumps the level by 5 each time. But yeah, stage 1 is hard enough. Not a lot of NES games have level editors, but this is one of them. It's nice that they let you do that. But yeah, I'm gonna go into the main game here. Now, in each stage, there are 3 diamonds, and your objective is to grab them, shove them into your igloo. Once again, kind of like Peter... Ooh! I got crushed. Like Peter Penguin, you actually start with a full set of blocks everywhere, and you sort of can dig your way through. Or shove them along. You need to get these diamond blocks into the igloo on the right. They give you a little bit of extra leeway to move those around. You can use the other button to grab them and drop them back down to try to give yourself the oops, space that you need. Oh, yeah, I got myself cornered there. The blue blocks can be crushed, essentially. The green ones can't. This is extremely important. You can actually make a level impossible to complete if you're not careful. Okay, so there's 1 diamond in. Oops. I will grab that one. There we are. You do actually have to have it adjacent to the igloo. You can't push it in from a distance. Uh-oh. Well, that's okay, because I can always just choose to do that with it. There we go. Yeah, force at the bottom there is basically your time limit. You get a time bonus, remaining force when you finish a level. Notably, if you are carrying a diamond, force drops extremely quickly. So they do give you that extra leeway, but you have to be very, very cautious about... Ooh, they crushed me! Yeah, brutal, brutal game. I meant to warn you about this. I hope none of you have epilepsy issues. This game loves to celebrate a high score. That scared the crap out of me the first time that came up. I would try the game again, but I've got 2 others that I want to show off real quick, and you kind of, you get the idea on that one as it is. It is a very, very difficult game. I think... Yeah, I got, good and stuck on stage 3 the first time I played it. Probably would not work on a lockout chip NES. Probably would not. Thankfully, I actually do have two NESs, one of which doesn't have the lockout chip. It predates that. But, hopefully, my understanding is that all of the Sachin NES titles are ridiculously expensive. They're all pretty rare, hard to get. Yes, Boulder Dash definitely does feel a little bit like that, the way that you're digging around. It's an interesting... It's a very well-designed game. It's one of the more unique sort of puzzle action games out there. But it's just so freaking hard! This game is 50 levels. It's 50. Yeah, good luck with that. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Here, let me show you what stage 46 looks like. This is the furthest ahead they'll let you start. Yeah. Yeah, good luck figuring out how to get the diamonds out of there while the seals are trying to kill you. Good luck. That's like, take a photo of the screen and try to solve it on paper. That's what that's like. That's just ridiculous. It's brutal. Okay. The last two games that I have on the list here are both Game Boy Advance titles, interestingly enough. So I'm going to have to change the display resolution yet again. Change the height this time, which is going to make this game look really weird because I haven't unloaded it yet. But I'm about to do that. As it happens, both of these titles are movie tie-ins. I'm not going to show either of them terribly long. I'm almost out of time anyway. But I did want to at least mention them and give you the gist. The first... I never did see this movie. And it's not the only game based on this film either. Oh. Whoops, what am I doing? Here we go. Madagascar, Operation Penguin. Vicarious Visions is such an underrated company. They did great stuff. And this is sort of among them. Darn, what was the year again? I'm gonna have to reset it, aren't I? 2005. Okay. It was published by Activision. Yeah. Yeah, I try to credit the developer when I can, more than the publisher in my marquee. I believe... Actually, I have no idea. I haven't seen either. I couldn't tell you. You tell me! Thanks for rescuing me, Skipper. Shut your sushi hole, Private. Look at the mess you've gotten us into. Yeah, I'm missing my soaps. I have no idea if these are the correct voices or not. No idea whatsoever. I'm sorry, guys. I just wanted to... No time for sorries, Private. Get down there and defeat the dog, Mr. Chew. Yes, sir. Say to jump and press B to attack. Now move! Good work, soldier. Now let's go home. I did it! Mission accomplished. You defeated Mr. Chew and escaped. Yeah, the sound, the animation, they actually did a very good job with this game. I was playing it a bit earlier. It's a lot of fun, actually. 9 months later. Listen up, Private. Remember last Christmas when we were chasing you around New York? Yes, sir. Please don't smack me again. Did you see any other penguins walking around? No, I don't think so. Exactly! This isn't where we belong. We belong in the wild, in Antarctica. But how do we get there, Skipper? You leave that to me. For now, I want you in top-notch shape. Go to the training area and await further instructions. Yes, sir. Take the ladder outside, find the hole to the training area, and press down to enter. I like this guy. Boing! Snaps a salute. I can enter that tunnel if I stand over it and press down. Whip! Took you long enough. I've seen glaciers move faster than that. Now all you need to do is make it to the end of the training area. Show me what you've got. And basically serves as a tutorial. Select to view your statistics and current mission objectives. Nice little radar vision there. Fish in the upper left of the screen are your health. Collect small fish to refill 1 health slot and golden fish to refill all your health. You can't collect fish when your health is full. And press A to jump. Hold A to gain maximum height. Gotta jump over that. Some objects like flagpoles will bounce you up really high. For every 100 medals you collect, your total health will be increased. Press and hold down to look at what's below you. Wee-ha! There's another bouncy thing here, too. Doing! Doing! Speed to attack enemies! Ah, rats. That was too easy, I'm sorry. Press B while jumping in the air to attack enemies up high! Flying kick! Whatcha! Oops. No. Yeah, there are lots of tunnels back to the penguin pen. If you leave a level, you will need to restart the mission. You can safely swim on water. Press A to jump out at any time. He has a floaty. Some objects can't be used until later in the game. Return here later to find extra medals. Arrow signs mark checkpoints, and exclamation point signs mark the end of a level. Completed the course, Private. Now you're ready for advanced training. Head back to HQ and I'll brief you on your next task. I will show you the next level because that introduces one of the more key mechanics to this game. Private, for completing your training, I have authorized you to learn tobogganing. Go see Kowalski for the advanced training. I had a computer science professor named Kowalski. Interesting fellow. Go outside and take the tunnel to the toboggan courses first. Weep. Ahoy there, Private. I'm here to teach you tobogganing. Press left bumper to enter tobogganing mode. Then you can slide around, crawl, and even jump. Why should I toboggan? Because it's fun! And it allows you to get under small spaces. Go enter the green circle toboggan course to complete your training. Yeah, you can simply try to run up here. He almost makes it. Almost. You can actually jump your way up. But what fun is that? You can slide! Vroom, vroom, vroom. And you can crawl under this low wall here. Green circle. Try tobogganing all the way down this course. You can't stop on ice, so watch out for those spikes. Yeah, and things are about to look a little Battletoads-ish here. Ooh, okay. As you can see, definitely incentivized to play through it several times in order to try to grab all the medals. Made it. Great job. Ugh, I think I'm going to be sick. Nonsense, you did great. Now you can toboggan whenever you want. Go see Skipper now for your first real mission. I think there actually were really 20 medals in that stage. I missed quite a few. Good work, Private. You're now certified to help with the escape operation. Oh boy, thanks, Skipper. What's the plan? We eat, swim, sun ourselves, everything so the people don't suspect a thing. Meanwhile, we dig. Dig, sir? Yes, we dig a hole straight to Antarctica. First, we will need to sneak into the visitor's courtyard and collect all the shovels. Won't we be caught though, Skipper? Yes, which is why we need help. For your first mission, find the giraffe, Melman, and ask him to distract the people by dancing. Then we can enter the visitor's courtyard and gather all the shovels. Yeah, fun stuff there. Well, I suppose, you know what, I can tell ya. These are the candy canes we got from the apartment during your Christmas fiasco. You can use them to climb across things above you, like pipes. When you see a pipe, just jump and you'll hook right on. Jump again to detach. Yeah, I should try jumping to this pipe and using my candy canes. Giraffe pen. And now we've sort of entered the game proper. Your standard action platformer fare here. Can't seem to do anything with those baskets yet. At any rate, I've shown you enough of this for now. Suffice it to say, it definitely seems to have a lot of potential. For a movie license game, it's actually pretty fun. Oops. It is a little hard to see what it is that you're looking at here, but it's a low wall with a shadow you have to toboggan under. There we go. Yeah, that did take me a moment when I first saw it. But yeah, there's definitely a game here. A pretty solid game. So I've got one more title I want to show. It's another GBA title. It's another movie license. Let me open that up real quick. You may wonder how it is that someone would make a video game based on a nature documentary. Well, they found a way. They found a way. ESI Games. Skyworks Technologies. And this game is actually very quiet. Whoops. The wrong button there. There we go. So I'm going to turn the volume up on this one. Oh, that explains a few things. Not sure how that happened, but okay. Doesn't seem to have affected anything anyway. There we go. Alright, I think we're good here. This game took its inspiration from Lemmings. This is your tutorial, basically, here. Snowball for a soft landing. Hot coal melts icicles. Fish attracts the penguins. Tents get used as a trampoline. Very important. Ice slides can be slid down. Not quite sure how the ice ramps work. Haven't quite gotten that function the way I would expect it to yet. Ice bridges can cross gaps and steps allow you to climb up. This is the incredible true story in the I'm not sure I can do a Morgan Freeman voice. This is the incredible true story in the harshest place on Earth of a family's journey to bring life into the world. Yeah, I can't do his voice. Oops. Chapter 1, Journey to the Breeding Grounds. The Emperor penguins start their perilous journey across the harsh landscape of Antarctica. To advance to the next chapter, collect at least 12 snowflakes and get all penguins to the breeding colony before time runs out. And they do give me like 11 minutes to do this. The animation and sounds are actually really nice for a GBA title. But yeah, Lemmings style, you grab tools from here, drag them out onto the field, and get the penguins to do what you need them to do. I'll move that over this way now. Yeah, I only need one to grab that. Oh, but he does not want to jump down from there. Because, yeah, it looks a little too far for them. But, yeah, soft landing on a snowball, that will work. And the rest are actually on their way back, so that's fine. I can just drag that to some place it can't be placed to make it disappear. Oh, I'm gonna have to get somebody to... Oh. Those that fall in the water will respawn back at the beginning. And there's only so much time, and I'm actually gonna have to get rid of the snowball now because it actually serves as a wall. It blocks their... Oh, you've got to be kidding me! Well, I can get them down there. They see the snowball down there, they will jump for it. Okay. This will give me some time to actually look ahead. Let me melt that. Need a staircase here. Someone to bounce into that. Alright, they're all gathered together. Oh, one of them's lagging behind a little. And they're on their way. I have not figured out how to get up here to these three, but you don't need them. There's another ledge here, but I'm not sure how to get the penguins from here up to there. I thought of trying a ramp, but, yeah, it doesn't actually get positioned the way you would expect it to. I suppose I could try something like that. I got too many of them bouncing at once. Yeah, you can see they don't want to jump across there. I'm not sure how to sort of fill that gap. Tried several different things. Hasn't worked. Oh, whoops. That's okay. I can keep that penguin nearby by bringing a fish out. He'll turn back around again. And then I can just get rid of the snowball. Oh, whoops. I need a stairwell for you guys. Come back, guys. This way. All of you, to the right. There we go. I need just one to... Oh, darn, I can't seem to... Can't seem to put anything... I won't actually need to grab that one. Oh, you need a snowball to get down from there. Darn, he belly flopped all the way down that. Let's get back over here. This game is actually kind of fun, but I clearly have a few more things to learn about it. Some of these snowflakes seem close to impossible to grab. Yeah, this one I can't do with a stairwell. I have to do this one with a tent. And I'm just gonna... Oh. Oh, come on, seriously? Alright, here. Let's just hold a fish here. This is a case of my needing to hold in the button. Let me get just one of you to grab that snowflake. Okay. Clear these away. There's actually a limit to how many tools of any one type you can have out on the map at once. So you do kind of have to mop up after yourself every now and then. Oops, what happened? Oh, darn. Hey, come back. Just one of you. This way. How are these guys doing? Oh. Melt them down. Let's get a tent here and a snowball here. And it should suffice to get everybody going the other direction. Come on, turn around. Shoom. There we go. Yeah, so it does function a lot like, yeah, it's actually not a bad game at all. I kind of like it. Another tent here, and a snowball there. That should allow them to walk down this way. I need to melt this. Another bouncy house here, just in case they end up finding themselves up high. Actually, no, I don't want to do that yet. And this is the end of the level, if I recall correctly. Yeah. Bridge to fill that. Yeah, well, one thing to note about Lemmings is that you always... In Lemmings, you actually sort of gave jobs to the Lemmings themselves, and here you're... The penguins are always just being penguins. It's a separate set of tools that you're using. Other than that, definitely some similarities to it. Hopefully I'll just finish the first level and call it there. Which you might imagine should be more than enough. You get the point. I'll take this opportunity to mention that I did have one other game written down that I really would have liked to show you. It would have been a game for the Intellivision called Thin Ice. Inspired by the Data East arcade game Disco No. 1. You play a penguin called Duncan that skates around, and as it cordons off portions of the pond as you skate, it actually causes the ice to sink into the water. And the idea is to dunk the other penguins that are on the level. It's a fun little sort of obscure title. Technically, it never actually got released. Well, no, actually, that's not true. InTV did actually get one of its earlier versions published. There's several different versions of it kicking around. As it was going to be, they ended up making sort of an expanded version of it. And then they were actually going to make it a tie-in with the Olympics. It's a title with some interesting history. I have it for Intellivision Lives, the emulator collection that unfortunately just does not seem to want to run under Windows 7. I might be able to get it to run under a virtual machine. But I did not dive into that. Password, directional inputs. Alright, so that is at least the first stage, anyway, of March of the Penguins. So yeah, Thin Ice is what that game would have been called on the Intellivision. I would have loved to show you that one, but I seem to lack the means, at least at this time, of showing it off, giving it its proper due. Yeah, as perhaps you noticed yesterday, I was having some issues with VirtualBox there. I have a couple theories that I can try, and maybe I can get those issues ironed out. I'm hoping that I can get the game running without the audio being so bloody choppy for next week. But that is going to do it for me for now. Yeah, I know, pretty damn random, penguins as a theme, especially given that it's June. But such was the zeitgeist, so to speak. And yeah, there you had it. Hopefully that was enjoyable, and hopefully maybe a small bit educational as well. Maybe you saw some games there that you hadn't encountered before. Maybe you'll see something that you would like to try yourself at some point, or perhaps something that you now know to avoid. But yes, there was a sizable collection of games. Yeah, and one that I didn't know about. Thank you again, Muta Warrior, for mentioning Ultra Balloon. That was an impressive piece of work right there. Yeah, so bunch of games involving penguins. If you are new here, this is pretty much what I do every Thursday night, starting at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I present a theme and a bunch of classic games that fit that theme. I've done everything from platforms, like the Neo Geo Pocket Color was one of the themes, to game genres. I've done fighters and brawlers, to elements. I've done planes, trains, and automobiles, as well as penguins. And of course, my own personal favorite, Pew Pew Pew! Which I've done twice now. Yes, fun stuff. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I do tactical and strategy games, respectively. And Friday nights, tomorrow included, is my request night. I will play whatever it is that anybody feels like. If you want to come on by, something you'd like to see me play more of, or just want to hang out and chat, feel free to do so. I'm always quite capable of entertaining myself. I would be playing games regardless. I am happy to simply do it for others. Apparently, lots of you seem to be interested in that. I'm glad that you are willing to spend your time with me in this way. It does mean an awful lot to me. And of course, I will, as always, squeeze in at least one run of Choice Chamber at some point, so you will actually have the opportunity to troll me in-game. I know some of you seem to live for that. Yes, I did Pew 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 and Pew 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 2. Good fun stuff. Yep, that's every Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time is when I do my scheduled streams. I try to squeeze in offcasts when I can. I have a sizable list of high scores. Everything that you see on my channel page is linked to a highlight. Every highlight I have is linked down there, although I do have a bit of a backlog. I have some more highlights. I need to take some of my other broadcasts and get those squared away. Yeah, always looking to try to beat some of those high scores, and I need to get some more episodes done on my mini-series. I may actually end up doing that, one of my Throwback Thursdays, is just do a mini-series special and just get in more episodes of those going. Some sort of a backup plan. And I will say this every Thursday night, I'm going to say it again, if you, yes you, have a theme that you would like to see done on a future episode of Throwback Thursday, please let me know. Send me a message here on Twitch. I would love to hear that. I am also on Twitter. I am at the Zotmeister. The is important. Whatever you feel is a better idea, feel free to send me the message that way. I would mention that I did actually use one theme that I received before from a viewer as a mystery theme. I was like, this is so clever an idea that it would not be immediately recognizable, and I turned it into a little contest, so it's good fun stuff. I would love to hear your ideas. I'm up to the challenge of trying to find a list of interesting games that fits that theme. I will gladly do that. So if you have any ideas, please let me know. I would love to have that guidance, as it were. But otherwise, that is going to be it for me. I have a number of things that I would like to take care of. Otherwise, I would send you off to someone else to host. If I'm not going to be doing it myself, I'm not going to shunt anyone else out there. We here at the Zotmeister understand that on Twitch you have a sizable choice of viewing. We greatly appreciate that you have chosen to spend this time with me. So until next time, take care, enjoy yourselves, never forget to play, and it has been my pleasure. Take care, everyone.